Well, good evening. I'm happy, humbled, and very thankful for choosing me as one of the women honored here today. I want to thank the leadership of ANU, our chairwoman, Mrs. Irina Nevzlin, the director, Mr. Dan Tadmor, and Mr. Leonid Nevzlin and Karen Nadav. Without them, the miracle would not have happened. I want to also thank Mrs. Shula Bahat and Mrs. Gloria Golan, who is responsible for this great evening tonight. Thank you, Gloria. Both of you have been working so hard with dedication and perseverance for the American Friends of ANU throughout all these years. I have been personally involved with the museum since it's opened, and I'm considered the oral history of the museum. I've been there during the good times and the bad times when the museum almost closed its doors. I was asked by everybody to define and to speak about my involvement with the museum and why, and I will do it by quoting Ahad Ha'am, a Zionist and historian who wrote, "More than the Jews have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the Jews." On a personal level, my connection with Bet Atfutzot Anu has kept my identity as a Jew and Israeli. I left Israel very young after my family experienced a major tragedy. Throughout my adult life, I longed for my country as I established my life in the United States and married a Jewish American man, Richard Popkin. In the United States, I experienced over the year a strong and painful sense of duality, of living here and there. In Hebrew, po v'sham, here and there, Popkin and Shamir, as the name of our law firm. My family established initially a special fund to document Jewish life in Poland before the Holocaust. I established an office for the museum on the West Coast and imported to Los Angeles special exhibitions and events with Elie Wiesel, Ophira Navon, the wife of the president, and others. As a result, the Spiegel family donated several millions for the construction of the museum's second building, which today is part of ANU. Over the years, the relevance and technology of the museum became outdated. It was time to create a new, relevant Jewish museum that represented the whole Jewish experience. The name ANU, therefore, is so meaningful, so applicable to the present. It represents the total Jewish experience, the totality of Jewish identities. ANU is about all of us. We are observing with deep hurt and trepidation what is currently happening in Israel, a painful battle of identities. The state of Israel is experiencing a severe identity crisis. The different Jewish identities that managed to survive in careful harmony over close to 75 years are at a crossroad, and ANU should address the crisis as a successful compromise. As President Reagan spoke about the shining city on the hill, ANU is now in a unique position to be the lighthouse, the city on the hill, a beacon of hope and proof that the battle of identities can be resolved as it has been resolved in ANU. ANU represents all facets of identities of the Jewish people: Orthodox, Ashkenazi, Eastern, Reform, Conservative, past and present. Our museum is the most relevant place today to look up to the shining city on the hill that represents the necessary compromise that Israel is struggling to achieve, the unity out of diversity, the proof that we are one. All of us are ANU.